Hey, hi, welcome back to FSA Entertainment. I'm at Pushkar Fair, Pushkar Horse Mela 2021 with Anirudh Saab. Anirudh is actually a final year veterinary student. Good afternoon, Anirudh. How are you?
Hello, everyone. As he introduced me before, I'm doing my Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry course, and I'm a final year student. So today we will talk about some neglecting points that people are almost neglecting nowadays about some fitness of the horse.
Okay.
And most importantly, the hoof health.
The hoof health.
Yes.
Okay.
What should be the inclination angle of hoof? What should be the proper angle?
Okay. So we'll come to that, Anirudh.
And there is.
Let the vehicle pass because it's too disturbing. Yeah. Before we come to that,
Yes.
I just want you to take us through this beautiful horse.
Yes.
And then we'll talk about the fitness.
So she's a grey mare,
Okay.
beautiful grey mare. Her name is Stella,
Okay.
and I think so she's 4 teeth. And this color is so beautiful, like, as you can see. We call a grey if the horse is having black skin.
Okay.
There are some variations with the grey color. There are 4 kind of grey color.
Okay.
Dapple grey, flea bitten, and there are two more. So the
It's
thing
probably
is
the sunlight that is making it appear very bright at this point in time, है ना?
So when the foal is born, so the foal looks a little bit with a darker color.
Okay.
And gradually when the horse is getting adult, so the little there are slight variations in the color.
Okay.
So there is also a very beautiful color in grey horse. There are dapples.
What are you talking
Dapples are a little bit bigger diameter they have.
Okay.
So she's a very, very beautiful mare, and she's very good at riding
Okay.
and very obedient.
How old is she?
I think so she's 4 teeth.
4 teeth.
Yes.
And horses में 2 teeth कब आते हैं? 2.5 or 3 years?
See, when the foal is born, the first thing that we can say is they turn milk teeth.
Milk teeth, yeah.
After that, there is 2 teeth.
2, right.
So 2 teeth, they usually there is no particular like dead sure thing
Okay.
that about that age the horse will turn 2 teeth or 4 teeth.
Okay.
But roundabout you can say about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And with that we can add a year more. 4 teeth like around 3.5 years. And after that 6 teeth about 4.5 years, 4 and 4.5 years.
Okay.
So but again I'm saying it's not something like dead sure. It's not dead sure.
Every
it can
horse,
vary. Yes, it can vary.
varies
It
with
can
every
vary.
horse. So what's the name you said?
Anirudh.
No, her name.
Stella.
Anirudh. Stella.
Yes.
Stella is a grey mare. Mary कहेंगे ना इसे भी?
Mare.
Mary कहेंगे. I get a little confused now when I go to shoot horses. एक तो filly होती है. There's one filly and then
I'll
mare.
tell you
At
when.
what age can we call a horse a filly and then a mare?
See, when the baby is born, we can call a foal. After that, when that foal turns after 1 year, we can call that a colt if it's a male.
Okay.
And if it's a female, we can call her a filly.
A filly.
And after it varies. In some books it's 3 year, and in some books it's 4 year. After 3 or 4 years, we can the colt turn into a stallion.
Okay.
And there's a particular term used, a stud. A stud is you can say the stallion which is kept mainly for breeding.
Non-castrated.
Non-castrated, mainly for breeding.
Okay.
We can call that particular horse a stud.
A stud. Okay.
And
the other one
after
is gelding.
after 3 years, we can call a male a stallion and a female a mare.
Okay. So
After they reach their reproductive maturity.
Okay. So Stella is a beautiful grey color mare.
Yes.
And how tall is she?
I think so. She's around 14 plus hands.
Okay.
You can say it about 61 to 62 inches.
61 to
but
62 inches.
I've not measured it before.
Okay.
So in India, we usually measure the height with inches, but in the international grade, if you call it, it's measured in hands.
Okay.
One hand cover 4 inches.
Okay. When I ask you, I mean, rate her on fitness
Yes.
out of 10,
Huh.
how much would you rate Stella?
See, if you consider the Marwari breed, since it's not a thoroughbreed, thoroughbreed horses have particular high amount of muscle mass, and I would like to add a point also.
Yeah.
A horse is a special animal, which if you'll ask me, about 60% of the body weight,
Right.
up to 60%, it can go with only muscles. Yes.
Okay.
Up to 60%. Not every horse. If a horse is having a very nice, you can say, fitness, up to 60%, the horse can go with muscle mass.
There's one horse which is kept right beside Stella. Or you cannot show it now because
Yes.
it's kept under the wrap pull there.
Yes,
That horse is full of muscles.
See, that horse is he's also a Marwadi horse, and we have put so much efforts behind him. And if you'll like, you are in the Pushkar Fair, if you'll go and look to the stallion, yes, you can find more beautiful stallion
sure,
and more expensive stallions,
Yeah.
but the fitness level, the thing that is left behind, people are not putting their focus on the fitness.
It will definitely attract eyeballs. Coming back to Stella,
Ji.
before we deviate,
Yes, sure.
10 में से out of 10, if you have to rate her on the fitness meter, how much would you rate
Considering
her?
the Marwadi breed, I can rate her easily above 8.
Above 8?
Yes,
And,
sure. There are
you-
very few horses that are that have that much fitness level in Marwadi breed.
Okay.
Compared to thoroughbreds, we cannot compare the fitness. There are so much muscle mass is bigger.
So where did you cut her 2 points from?
You talked me about the fitness level.
fitness, yeah.
I considered it little bit with the thoroughbreds.
Okay. Is she pregnant?
She's I think so. She's covered. We have not confirmed it.
Okay. Okay. So,
See,
so
one
you talked
thing-
about, you know,
one thing-
bloated stomach.
That
Right?
thing.
Uh-huh.
Not particularly bloated stomach. Bloated would go in something different thing. But the fat. See, if you look at this mare, there is you'll not find any excess fats. But pure muscles. If you look here and the neck, there is no excess fat.
Okay.
And this is the spine, the vertebrae of the horse.
Vertebrae.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you'll take a look over here, these are the muscles. These are so developed, and this is the hind quarter
Okay.
that we call the powerhouse of the horse.
Oh, is it?
And yes, because the main power comes from the hind muscles,
Okay.
and these are so big. I've seen a lot of mares, and you can find a bigger hind quarter, but not with that much muscles.
Okay.
That's the special thing I like about her.
So that's why you gave her
Yes,
8 because
if
she's full of,
if you try to cover the
I hope
hind
she'll
quarters
not
of
kick
her.
me if I come behind.
No problem. See, the hind quarter, particularly the muscles are
Yeah.
bigger.
Mashallah, absolutely stunning. Yeah. She
Yes, yes.
Beautiful color. And I was talking about where did you cut her 2 marks? Fitness perfect. Right?
Fitness is perfect, I
muscles
can
so
say.
Perfect, yeah.
Hmm.
Beauty wise,
Beauty,
no question about it.
Yes, yes.
Height. Are you also one of those people?
No.
who's very fussy about the height?
I'm not a big fan of height, because see, it's a normal thing. If you differentiate between supercars and a normal car, what's the best thing? The thing that makes a supercar go with that much speed is low center of gravity.
Right.
So if you'll take a look at the polo horses, majority of them they lies between 60 to 61 inches.
Okay.
According to my knowledge, I'm not that much knowledgeable, but yes, according to me. So it's better if the center of gravity is a little bit lower, like we compared it with the cars.
Okay.
So it would be better for the rider and better for the horse also.
Okay. Okay.
In Derby, it's a different thing. Those horses are like 65 inches, 70 inches height. In Derby, it's a different thing because they need a longer stretch.
All right.
But while if you are riding a horse, if you are taking sharp turns, so I think so 60 is a perfect height. 60, bit under 62.
And ideally, they say Marwari is supposed to be around 60 to 63 only, right? I heard from somebody.
See, that's according to me, the breed has evolved. So people have put a lot of work,
Okay.
and this is called selective breeding. If you are putting your work on increasing the height, yes, you can do it. Not with thoroughbred mixing, you can do it on the with purity, but it's called selective breeding. You are picking up a trait, you are picking up height.
Nice.
So with that you can, with selective breeding, it takes a lot of time, with a couple of years, more than that. With that you can people have increased the heights.
Okay, but you're not fussy about it, so you're not decreasing her 2 points because of the height.
No, not height.
Fitness. I see.
I compared her fitness with the thoroughbreds.
With the thoroughbreds, yeah.
So if you'll ask me about the Marwadi breed, she's perfectly fine with fitness. I've never seen that much fit with that much muscles in the hindquarters.
Okay. What is this? Kind of some infection? What is this?
See,
this
it's a swelling.
It's a swelling.
So I would like to, with help of your channel, I would like to tell people something. This is the thing that was due to the syringe.
Okay.
We were injecting her with some medicines, and sometimes there's some problem if you are not using a proper gauge of the needle, and if the area the site is not clean, if there is some dirt, or you are reusing a syringe, so that can be a reason behind that.
This thing is very common, because I do a lot of course.
See, one thing I would like to tell is, what people nowadays are doing, they are just becoming doctors on their own. This is not a good thing. Doctors are doing a 5.5 years course for this thing. So I think so this work should remain to doctors, not the...
I'm sorry, how many years course?
5.5 years course, just the undergraduate course. After that, it's 2 years more.
And
if you are doing
how many years you said?
What?
You're in the final year, right?
Yes, I'm in the final year.
And you're 6 months away from your degree.
No, not 6 months. I'm in my clinical year.
Clinical year.
After that, we have to do the internship.
You'll go for further studies.
Yes.
In India itself, or you'll go abroad? You'll go for studies
that
abroad.
We'll see.
Are those colleges available here?
See, in India, it's not. According to me, it's not a particular. If you are doing a postgraduate.
Yeah.
It's common for all the animals.
Okay.
But in abroad, you can do it particularly in equines.
Alright.
So yes, for sure, I would like to.
Okay. So you talked about the injection.
Yes.
Being put it in the wrong area, or
No, not wrong area. Sometimes they are.
Or was it reused?
It can be a reason behind that.
Okay.
A reused syringe.
Are you the doctor for this horse?
No. I'm not the doctor.
Is it done under your supervision?
I'm not officially able to treat the animals.
Okay.
After that, I get my license.
Okay.
Before the internship. After that, I can officially treat the animals.
Okay. So क्या हो गया? What exactly happened? वही injection से? When did you?
See,
the swelling.
There can be many reasons. If there is some dirt, we all know dirt carries a whole lot of spores or bacteria and a whole lot source of infections.
Okay.
So it can be due to dirt, and it can be also due to used syringe.
Okay. But this is, curable, right? Fatafat
yes, sure. With cold fermentation, we can reduce the swelling.
Okay.
So that's the best thing we can do.
Now I'd like to tell my audience, we will certainly leave his Instagram ID, but please don't call him for every sickness at this point in time.
See, I'm not like, from 9 to 5 I'm in my college, so I'm not that available for
That's
this
why
thing.
I asked him if I could flash his number on screen. He said, he politely refused. He said, no, I wouldn't be able to attend so many calls pertaining to. So coming to Stella, going down now.
See, the main thing is, I think so everybody have heard a saying, no hoof, no horse.
Right.
But right now, the point of view of people, what is the point of view? They'll start from they will cover the horse from the from the upper body. So, before you are getting a horse, or before you are taking your horse for a ride, you should look for certain points.
So this is something that carries the entire weight of the horse, right?
Exactly.
A lot of prominence.
So you should, before a ride or before you're buying a horse, you should look for the swelling in the joints.
So are all the joints swelling ho rahi hain? I mean, because
No. This thing.
Applied this cast or whatever that a bandage.
No, this is a normal sports bandage.
This is normal sports bandage.
Gee,
And what
this-
is it used for?
While riding, we use it.
Okay.
Like we are going for jungle safaris to prevent it if
From
through shrubs and thorns.
Okay.
So, but like athletes use the bandages before they're doing some sports. It works just like that
Okay.
to give some warmth to the tendons and muscles there.
Okay. So you said that hoofs are generally the most ignored part
Yes.
in horses. So what exactly?
See
should
what
one look
what
for
I
and how
see
to take care of
what I
hoofs?
see nowadays, like we are in the hospital and we see a lot of cases. So the people those are using the horses for some dance and the marriage thing. What they do is they are for increasing just few inches, just a half inch or inch. They are declining the hoof angle.
Okay.
What I mean from that, they are increasing the length of the heel.
Okay.
The height of the heel they are increasing. This thing is called the heel of the hoof. This thing.
Heel of the hoof.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I'll show you.
So what is exactly the hoof? ये जो खुर है उसी को कहते हैं ना?
Yes. We call this thing a hoof. And Hindi we call it soom.
Soom.
Yes.
Okay.
ओम सिंह भाई वो इसका सूम उठाना है बार cover it from here. So this is the hoof of the horse, and this thing we call it a heel, and the thing lying here,
I'm sorry. What again? I messed out.
this thing is the heel of the hoof.
Okay.
So the thing I was talking before, they are increasing the height.
Okay.
The height of the heel, they are increasing the length for what reason? For just increasing little bit height of the horse.
Okay.
This is actually this is the worst malpractice. If you are increasing the height of the heel, the stress on the tendon become more.
Okay.
And this thing that I showed you, this is the frog of the hoof.
Okay.
So these are some this is the periopal,
So when
this
you
is the
say
wall.
increasing, as in when they trim the hoof.
Yes,
They
when
leave a lot of.
yes,
part
yes,
part,
yes,
right?
yes. They just leave a little bit more length,
But you
just
know,
for the
I've
sake
asked
of
a few
increasing.
people कि क्यों ऐसे करते? There is sometimes you don't know. You just keep on doing and the blood may come out.
No, that's not the thing. The perfect angle of a hoof is 52 degrees. We can measure it from here, from this and this, the base and this angle. This remains 52 degrees. This is the best angle.
So if they keep on, trimming it upper, so wouldn't they reach a point wherein
No.
they'll start bleeding?
That's not the thing.
Okay.
They are just doing it for the sake of increasing the height.
Okay.
That's the thing.
And that puts in more pressure on the more strain on the horse.
Yes,
Jitna
on the
bada hoga,
tendons of the horse.
Okay.
It puts more pressure. And what the worst thing you can say, the proper inclination of the hoof is like this. If you are increasing the height, it goes like this.
Oh, okay.
So the horse, while riding, it becomes a little bit difficult for the horse.
Okay. So this is the most ignored part.
And what I've seen a lot of cases.
Right.
See, if you look the angle, the hoof is straight. The hoof is straight here. So in a lot of horses, I've seen that this thing goes outwards. So it's called a toe out.
Okay.
So that's caused due to malpractice and due to the farrier, you can say.
Okay. So that's one point.
Yes.
That's how you take care
And
of
the
it
hoof should be cleaned every day.
every day.
Yes, because there is a lot of gas forming bacteria in the feces.
Okay.
So feces gets collected in the hoof region,
Okay.
and it creates a favorable environment for the bacteria and other things to grow.
Okay. Anirudh, coming to this hoof point, I remember one thing. I made a video of one horse riding school in Hyderabad.
Yes.
Now Hyderabad doesn't have sand that horses could run on. So I had posted a riding video, and people started bashing me in the comment section. How could you make the horse run on concrete roads? So you tell us, is it feasible? I mean, is it
It's actually
harmful for a horse
yes,
to
for
walk
sure.
a long
It's
time? And if so, how long can a horse be okay with,
see the hoof in the lower end. There's a cushion for the hoof. Inside the if I'll talk about the anatomy of the hoof, there's a cushion. In common words, we can say under here.
Okay.
Beside it, there's a cushion.
Okay.
And in this hoof also, there are bones. Like we have these phalanx.
Right.
So the horse is having 3 phalanx here.
Okay.
1, 2 and 3. Third here. So for those bones, there's a cushion inside the hoof.
All right.
That creates that like take the jerks.
Okay.
So it's not feasible to, like, if you are cantering a horse on a concrete road, it's not feasible. The other thing
But if
that
you
is,
don't have an option, what do you do in that case?
if you don't have an option, you can just walk a horse. The best thing is,
You don't ride on the
yes,
horse.
no, you can sit on the horse, but
But-
the best
but
thing
just
would be
walking.
just to walk a horse. Plus there is a alternate, you can say. If the horse is having iron nails, it becomes the friction becomes so less on the horse, between the hoof and the road.
Okay.
That's another thing. If anything happens, in any case, some car, some vehicle come in front of it, so the horse can easily get injured. That's also a big point behind that. And if you want to ride a horse on a concrete road, there are some boots, some rubberized boots.
Okay.
They got fit in this. So as I said, it's a rubber thing, so it creates some more friction on the road.
Okay. Okay. So use that. If
Yes,
you
and
want to.
and there's also a cushion pad between
Okay.
those boots.
All right.
But it's best not to ride a horse on a concrete road.
Okay. So we talked about the hooves. We talked about the muscularity of a horse. What else? The best thing is fitness. For fitness, you need an exercise regime, right?
See, come here.
Yeah.
If a horse should have a broad chest, these are the chest muscle, the pectoralis muscles. So these should be broad, and these are the shoulder blades. And if a horse is, according to me, if a horse is having a smaller chest, the hoof of the horse, while riding, he'll just do some brushing. They'll just hinder the riding.
The movement. Okay. Okay. The things that you're talking about, it's common for male and female horses.
Yes,
right?
yes. These points are common for every horse.
Okay. Okay.
Plus, before you should also check these. This is a stifle joint. You can check the swelling in this area. This is a hock joint, and these are pastern coffin joint in the lower area. So you should look for some, if there's some swelling or edema is there, you should not ride your horse.
Okay. Okay. So when you go to buy a horse, make sure you look at.
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Okay. What else should one look for?
See, if one is purchasing or buying a horse for riding, these are the perfect key points.
Okay. Okay.
After that, you can get a vet checkup. If you are investing a lot of money in a horse, you can get a vet checkup, and there's a thing called a lameness test. So what's that? We'll just look for if there's some limping or lameness in the limbs of the horse, or there's some problem in the hoof. Sometimes in the hoof we can also look for laminitis.
What is it? Laminitis.
Yes, laminitis. It's a disease in which the blood circulation in the hoof, it becomes decreased.
So how do you come to know that the horse is having that problem?
See,
because of
if
swelling or
in the initial stage, yes, you can also see some swelling, but in the initial stage, if a horse is having some lameness, you can the horse will not show a proper gait.
Okay.
The initial stage you cannot find it.
Right.
But in the later stage, you can look for some irregularities in the gait of the horse.
Okay.
Some pain in the hoof. We can just lift up the leg and we can look for a hoof.
Okay.
There-
Yeah. Go ahead.
There are some different gadgets for which we can see the problem in the hoof.
Okay. There's one point that I want to touch upon.
Yes.
There was a horse in the last fair 2019, which I had shot. Her back.
Yes,
Was,
that's called a sway back. I know that.
What is it called?
It's called a sway back.
Okay. The back was bent. It was very
It's
curved.
a lordosis kind of movement.
So why does it happen?
Uh,
I got a few comments. What people said is these guys started riding the horse at a very early age, and that could be one of the reasons.
See, I'm not that a knowledgeable person, but according to me, as much as I've researched it and I've seen it, see, there's a proper stage when the vertebrae and the bones of the horse get properly mature.
Right.
So if you are putting a heavy rider on a horse, yes, for sure it will create some problems. If your saddle is bad fit, so these are the withers of the horse, and if you are not having a proper posture, so you can see a problem of kissing spine. The vertebrae here, they get attached, they get fused with each other.
Okay.
The vertebrae lie like this, and if you are like, you are not having a proper posture of riding, or you are having a bad fit saddle, or you are just pulling the rein of the horse, and the horse is having this movement, so it's not good for the horse.
Okay.
So if you're continuing with this thing, for sure you're gonna get some
So that defect
kissing
is
spine
not
thing.
from birth. It happens over a period of time.
It
because
can
of
be from birth. It can
overload
be
time.
from birth.
Okay.
But it's a problem, and these horses, they will not show you any pain or something sign, but they should not be ridden.
Okay. What is the average? What is the appropriate weight to ride a horse? For instance, this horse, this mare.
Yes.
How much weight can she carry on her back?
See, if you want to get the maximum performance from a horse, a rider weight should be, according to me, it should be under 60 kgs. If you consider
It's very rare for India, right?
yes, it's very rare.
Very rare
If
for
you look after the jockeys,
Mm-hmm.
those people who are riding the horses in the derbies, so they are having a very, very light weight. In a derby, every single kg matters.
Absolutely.
So because they want to extract the best performance out of a horse. But easily up to 70 kgs, it's not a problem. If you are above 80 kgs, it also depends on the horse. If a horse is a bigger horse, or if you are riding a thoroughbred, so those horses have a bigger body
Okay.
and bigger muscle mass and
Ideally,
bigger.
अगर आप मोटे हो तो hit the gym.
Yes,
get
yes, for
yourself
sure,
fit
for
and
sure.
fine.
Firstly, you should get into a proper weight category.
Okay.
So you're not doing some cruelty with
So
the horse.
60-65 is okay. Fair.
It's best.
60-65 is. What is a no? 90 kg?
For
80
sure,
kg?
yes,
For sure.
yes.
But I've seen a lot
Above
of people
90.
in the Mela only, man.
Yes.
And 2-3 people
I've
together
seen,
sitting
yes,
on a horse.
2-3 people are riding together.
Yeah, that's horrible, right?
Yes, that's horrible. And one should always use a saddle
Right.
while riding on a horse. Bareback riding is not good for horse and also the rider.
Okay.
Your vertebrae and the vertebrae of the horse, it got with contact. Your vertebrae and the horse vertebrae, it touches each other when you are sitting on a horse.
Okay.
So the design of saddle, it's particularly made like this.
Okay.
Like this, so it just bypasses the vertebrae. The saddle, it's on the muscle of the back, so it just bypasses the vertebrae. That's the main reason behind saddle. And plus there is some padding and the horse is more comfortable in that.
Okay.
Plus it's also good for your grip on the horse.
Okay. Before we wrap up the video, any final point about horse fitness that you want to touch upon?
You should look for a normal demeanor of a horse. Demeanor, if I'll explain it, it's the normal behavior of a horse.
Okay.
If you are going before a ride, if you are going for a long travel, so you should look after the normal health.
Okay.
You can look after firstly you can check if the horse is having a fever or not. You can take the temperature. You can check the pulse of the horse.
What
you can
is the
check
ideal temperature for them?
the ideal temperature is it varies. For foal we can say it's around about 102 Fahrenheit, 102 degree, 102 degree Fahrenheit. See the younger ones will always have a little bit variation, 1 degree or 2 degree Fahrenheit. But for horses, we can say it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Okay. So ये
Plus, it varies. As I told, it varies individual to individual.
Okay. So these are the topics that one should
Yes,
look
yes,
for.
yes. If your horse is having a dropped neck, if the neck of the horse is like in the down position, you will easily come to know the horse is sick.
Okay.
So in that case, you should.
But not every horse I've seen stand with a very,
No.
very good posture.
Yes, yes.
Right.
See.
Probably relaxing is not. Is that
Yes,
not the
sure.
case?
People say that horses don't sit, but
I've seen-
it's totally not the right thing. There's a anatomical difference in particularly in equines.
Okay.
In this area, in the hindquarters, they have a check tendon, a stay apparatus
Okay.
that helps the horse to stay on his leg for a longer time.
Okay.
You might not have seen a horse like lying and sleeping on the time. That's cause of this thing. They are having some tendons.
Yeah.
That's called a stay apparatus. That's particularly you can see in a horse.
Many times I've seen the horse standing on 3 legs and they keep one leg.
Yes,
above just to relax themselves?
yes, that's for relaxing.
For relaxing.
They are just shifting their legs.
Okay. Okay. So ye the points. These were the points that.
The main thing in the wrap up I would
Yeah.
like to say, one should look for the gait of the horse. Before buying a horse, you should look for the gait of the horse. If the horse is showing some limping, if there is a problem, if there is a luxation in the hind legs, or you should look for these points.
Okay. Before I wrap up the video, you're from Haryana, right?
Yes, I'm from
Yeah,
Rohtak.
I was just looking at the statistics, number of horses that India has. I've seen the population in 2012 census versus 2019. It almost became half. The number of horses and ponies that India had, it reduced by 50% from 2012 to 29. What could be the reason?
I don't know about that, but the indigenous breed or what
I'm
you're talking about?
the general horses and ponies in India, the local breeds.
See, the main reason can be urbanization, you can say.
Okay.
So, and nowadays, if you want to keep a horse in a city, it's so expensive. Plus, if you are keeping a horse needs so much attention.
Absolutely.
If you are keeping a horse and you are not able to, like, at least you cannot visit your horse twice a day. You should at least see your horse twice a day, so that you can check the normal demeanor of a horse. You can check the problem. A problem of the horse is the horse is having some fever, or the horse is not eating his hay or his grains. So that's the thing. It's a very sensitive animal, you can say.
We should promote the breeding of horse here in India, because I think Rajasthan having such a huge space. This is the biggest state, right, at this point in time in India? Rajasthan, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
Yeah?
Rajasthan. According to
But
coverage
lot of
area, you
space,
can say.
But in terms, और शौकीन भी यहाँ पे ज़्यादा, a lot of hobbies as well. But it is not in the top 2 when you calculate the number of horses that Rajasthan has. The number 1 state is Uttar Pradesh. Number 2, have you any idea which state comes at number 2? It's Jammu and Kashmir.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Jammu and Kashmir. But that's probably because they have a lot of the wild horses or ponies. But यहाँ पे the population is coming down instead of increasing in Rajasthan.
Particularly for Marwadi breed, I think so. It's not decreasing; it's increasing.
Increasing. I'm
Because
talking
they
about
are
the
conversing-
statistics, because I don't think they give you specifics about which breed is counted. I was just looking at the 2012 versus 2019 statistics. Maybe I could be wrong, but it has
See,
come down.
in the population of Marwadi breed have increased for sure, but there are a lot of indigenous breeds,
Okay.
excluding Marwadi. There is Kathiawadi, there is Kachi Sindhi, and there are 2-3 breeds that belong to the mountains.
Okay.
Zanskari, Spiti, Bhutia.
Right.
They are these are the pony
Okay.
that belong to the mountains.
Okay.
So we can say might be their number could be decreasing, but for Marwadi breed I would say it's increasing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, I'm sure you're not leaving a number. Do you have an Instagram page that people can follow?
Yes.
and get some
My
updates?
Instagram ID is Anirudh R007. ANIRUDH small r 007.
Okay, without any underscore, without any space.
Huh.
All right. Anirudh R007 is the Instagram ID. Get in touch with him if you need any help, but have patience. He will take time to respond because he is busy with his classes 9 to 5. Thank you so much, Anirudh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.